This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm reunited with Greg Paul. Last February in Saudi Arabia, I saw you.
Yeah.
And now we're going to, in the summertime, in August. How you been?
Good, man. How about you?
Good, busy. Busy with the interviews.
Yeah.
How's the ranch keeping up?
The ranch?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's always something's always going on in the ranch. Super busy, but it's great. But I'm super happy to be here, around people.
What animals do you have there? Also, Mams's ranch. I know you guys are kind of enemies of KSI's team, but I was at KSI's manager's ranch, Mams's ranch, the other day. He's got like horses, donkeys. He's getting chickens in, which is quite cool. What animals have you got at your ranch?
What's that now?
What animals have you got at your ranch?
Oh, up at the ranch animals? Yeah. Just horses. Yeah, it's just horses. It's an 80-acre ranch, but it's 100% off grid. So it's all solar, spring water, propane, and it's because of where it is. My nearest neighbor is 5 miles in any direction, so I'm literally in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
So say something happened. I know we'll talk about boxing in a second, but I'm quite curious. They say something happened, like you fell off the cliff or broke your leg or an injury happened. How far is it to the nearest hospital?
The nearest hospital is an hour and a half in any of 3 directions. So what I would do if I got hurt and I were able to do some kind of self-rescue, I drive to the local fire station. Fire station would then take me to the local hospital.
Right, okay.
So it's it's. If
I hope it's not going to happen.
Yeah, if I screw up, it could be the end of it. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully I'll see you next time. Nothing's happened.
Yeah,
nothing's
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. It's
your sons are fighting though. Logan Paul is in the WWE, and you're here. You're going to be here on Saturday night and not watching Logan's fight. Was that a difficult situation to make?
So, here's the thing. I love WWE, but we all know WWE is planned out. Jake's fight's real. Jake's fight is the real deal. Jake's fighting. I am going to watch Logan's stuff up until I'm no longer able to watch it because Jake's fighting.
Yeah.
But ultimately, if I got to pick a side I'm going on, I'm going where it's a real fight.
It makes sense. Obviously, WWE, I guess fake is the wrong word to call it because obviously they do get injured, but I guess at this stage, you know what's going to happen. Whereas Jake's fights, you don't really want to know what's going to happen, so it does make sense.
Yeah, and look, WWE, I love it. It's artistic, creative, physical, it's strength, it's agility, it's a lot of great things. It's just not a fight.
Yeah.
Which
is on Saturday night. Nate Diaz, have you heard of Nate before all of this?
Have I heard of Nate?
Before all of this happened.
Of course I heard of Nate, dude. How could you be in this world and not know about Nate?
Like, you've heard of his name, but have you watched his fights before the fight got announced?
We grew up watching these guys. I used to have the UFC fights and the MMA fights at my house, and Jake and all of his buddies and his cousin, my brothers would come to my house and watch it. So yeah, and look, the reality of it is Nate's record is not that good. But Nate draws numbers. Nate gets people in because he's crazy. He's off the charts. He beats people up on the street. And the reality is, if I got to get in a fight and I got to get somebody who has a 20-0 record in MMA or Nate Diaz, I'm picking Nate because Nate's a brawler. Nate's a scrapper. Nate's I'm not out till I'm out kind of guy, and I love that attitude.
Certainly. Do you think, what are the chances of Jake Paul stopping Nate Diaz? Obviously, Nate's going to be stopped once in his UFC career. It'll be a tough ask, but if he does it, make headlines.
No, I think Jake's going to stop him. Boxing and MMA are 2 different things, and I've dabbled in a little bit of both, not to the extent of any of these guys, but it's a different arena, and I think Jake's going to drop him.
What round? Any thoughts on that?
I think he's going to be done by the 6th round.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So betting-wise, you want to get it in before 6?
What's that?
Betting-wise, put your money on them before 6.
No, I never put money on him.
Oh, really?
I've never put any money on this. No, I haven't done it. One, I'm not a gambler. I don't even know where I would go to bet. But for me personally, I think it's just bad juju for me to bet on my kid.
Right. Okay.
Don't ask me why. Just my own thing.
Okay.
And I'll never bet on him.
That's good. It's fair.
I'll
It's
never
fair.
do it. So.
But then obviously, as long as Jake Paul beats Nate Diaz, the next fight hopefully will be JJ, KSI. Do you reckon it will be?
I'm thinking Tommy's going to beat KSI, and the next fight will be Tommy. That's what I think.
So the rematch is big.
Yeah, the rematch. I think that's where the fight will be. That's what I'm guessing.
Do you reckon that rematch will be back in Saudi Arabia?
I don't know. The Saudis are great.
Yeah.
They loved us. They pay well, but they're super accommodating. I mean, the Saudi crowd and fans are phenomenal, and we would definitely be enthusiastic to go back there again because they're just awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very, very warm out in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Like it is here, though. I do struggle when it's like 40 degrees out here. It's hard.
It's crazy. It's this heat. Like,
But you're used to it, though, Greg. You live here. I'm from the UK, where it's cold all the time. It's raining.
Yeah, for you it's a completely different deal. Now, thing is, here you got the humidity and stuff, so it's still hot, but it's too freaking hot. I mean, I'll be happy to get out of Texas.
Awesome. Greg, I'll see you after the fight. Thank you.
Man. Nice chatting with you.